This video is about how to get mastery badges for your tanks in World of Tanks. So one thing that I do is I go over here and I look at vehicles and I sort by mastery and I come down to the bottom. These are the vehicles that I did not get a mastery badge. You can see I only played 1 or 2 games in most of these vehicles. And what I do is you can click the one that's available in the garage and I take all of these tanks and I set them to be primary. Or if I don't have them, I buy them. So when I go into my garage and I click over here, it shows me, for example, that doesn't have any mastery badge, that doesn't have any. This has a mastery badge level 2. This one has a 2, this one has a 3. You can see the little number over here. And when you click this, there's additional tanks, but these already have a higher mastery badge. So this has the ones that I'm currently working on. And they're doing missions right now. It's called Top of the Tree or something like that. I don't know what it's called. But you notice that some of these tanks have discounts. Like this one is a 50% discount. This one's a 30%. This one's a 30%. This tank I've never played. It's a 30% discount because they released it after I already played the RU-251. So what I did was I took advantage of the discounts and I went and I bought the Lux, the Panzer II-G, and the Panzer II. So for the Lux, I already got the first class mastery badge before I didn't have it. So the other thing you want to do is you'll notice that I've got a lot of tanks that are tier 9. For example, we're going to look at Sweden. The Udis over here is 142,000. I only need a few more games and I'll get the STRV, so I'm going to sell this. But before you buy the next tank or before you research your crew, look at your lower tier tanks. This one I purchased because I need the mastery badge. But right now we're going to go in the garage. This crew is for the Udis. Once I complete the Udis and sell that tank, I'm going to come over here to this tank and I'm going to pay to retrain it. I'm going to use this option right. I'm going to use the option over here to retrain, and I'm going to do it at the 80 to 90% so I don't have to pay gold. And then I'm going to retrain this crew, and then I'll play until I get the mastery badge. And then once I get the mastery badge, I'll take the crew, I will go to the tech tree, I'll go to Sweden, I'll go up here, and once I've already researched this, I'll research it, I'll pay for it, and then I'll move the crew into the STRV. So when you level up your tanks, that's the good time to go through your lower tiers so you don't have to spend as much money on gold retraining your crews. One thing you're going to notice about mastery badges, if you look, for example, this tank, you'll notice I'm not playing with the crew retrained. And the reason why is because I've got a tier 10 crew in this tank right now. What you can do is you can use different directives, or you can use the food consumable, or you can use events in order to get these numbers up. If you want to pay, obviously you can pay to retrain them. You will get a better quality crew if you retrain them, but it's going to cost you extra money, and I chose to do it without paying the extra money. The Lux is an example of a tank that I did pay. I advanced very quickly, so I got my Lux crew up to 100%. This one I paid, I dumped the crew from the Lux, I moved them into here, I paid to get them up to 90%. His radio operator is in the gross tractor right now, which is that one right there. And then once I finish this one, I will move the crew into the other German light tank that I have to do the mastery badge with. So if you use this method, not only that, but I'm also using it to do these missions like the on track. This is all from playing tier 2, 3, and 4. And things like rushing down the line, I completed 16 times. The light tank 401, I did this with the Lux. I did 1, 2, and 3 with the Lux. So I'm getting all sorts of bonuses playing in the lower tiers while I'm working on my mastery badges. And then what will happen is over time, don't play any of these tanks. I know it's really difficult because you might want to play these tanks, but work on the ones that are down here, and And not only will you get the mastery badge, but your personal rating will also increase. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.